Anthony, it's lovely to see you here today at Collectomania. How have you been enjoying the weekend?
I've been having a great weekend, I mean, it's just a wonderful turnout, so many great people, great costumes, and yeah, the environment's just been really lovely, yeah.
Of course, we've got to ask you about Gotham. This is a character, Victor, who is known in the comic books. How do you feel he differs on the show compared to the comic books, and how do you feel you've developed him differently?
Well, I mean, of course, there's going to be similarities and differences between the comic books and the show. I mean, the show does a great job of giving me a creative license in order to play around. I've definitely taken a lot of kind of stimulus and have done a lot of research from the comic books, but it's really the best when you get to put your own spin on it. So I feel like I've really tried to do that and make it my own.
What's been your favourite part of shooting this season?
Probably, I mean, there are so many aspects to it that have just been so much fun. I mean, just the costumes and the sets and, just diving into that world. But I've got to say, working with all the other actors, they've just been so wonderful and so much fun to work with. I mean, it's just excellent chemistry to kind of put all these dynamic and colorful characters together.
I mean, how much of a kind of comic book fan were you before you took on this part? And what would you like to see brought from that world into the TV show's world?
Oh, well, I definitely was a comic book fan. I mean, I am also in the midst of serious fans that I totally just bow down to. But I've definitely been a fan of the comic books, especially Batman, and I think that, in terms of what can be kind of taken from that world, I think that, there's so much artistry. There's so much artistry in the comic books, and I think that, TV and film can continue to kind of take from the amazing artists that are creating these new incarnations of the comic books and really kind of, formatting it to film and TV.
And what kind of villains and other characters would you like to see come in from those comic books into the world of Gotham?
Ooh, I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, there's there's just a ton. There's really too many to say, but I think as the next season progresses, I think there's going to be some really cool ones.
I mean, we've heard from exec producer that Mr. Freeze, Clayface and Mad Hatter are going to be coming into season 2. What do you feel about that?
I think that's really exciting. I mean, that's the fun thing is whenever you bring all these characters in together, it's really fun to think about what kind of dynamics they're all going to create together. What one is going to act like with another one, and then if you put two in a room together, what's going to happen. I think it's just a really fun thing, and it's going to be a lot of fun to see.
Who would you like to see your character facing off with next time?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me see. I think what was I saying before? I think it would be very interesting for Victor and Enigma to face off. I think that Enigma definitely has the kind of intellectual prowess to get into Victor's head, so that would be cool. And Victor's head is not the easiest place to navigate.
I mean, what do you think about the way Bruce Wayne is developing, and also how do you think Victor would cope in the show against the Caped Crusader if and when we get there eventually?
Well, I mean, I think David is doing a fantastic job as playing Bruce Wayne. I think they're really kind of fleshing out his character, and you're beginning to see his development into the Caped Crusader, into Batman, and I think he's beginning to get stronger. He's beginning to get more courageous, and it's kind of you can see how all these really unhinged villains in Gotham are beginning to kind of shape him into the hero he's going to be. So yeah, I think it'd be really cool for Victor to kind of step in and kind of make his mark, I suppose.
And what do you think Victor's response would be to meeting Mr. Freeze or Clayface or Mad Hatter?
Ooh, I'm sure there would be all different responses, but I think I don't know, a couple words come to mind. He would be very curious and probably, yeah, probably very threatened and curious, I would say. Yeah.
Now, of course, you've been in The Flash as well. How do you compare your character, the Mist, in The Flash compared to Victor?
Well, I think, yeah. So Kyle Nimbus is a lot more of like a thug. You know, he's a bruiser, and it's a lot of fun to play. But Victor is a lot more, playful and colorful and mischievous. They're both totally maniacal, but yeah, different flavors there.
What are the chances are that we'll see you back in The Flash, do you think?
I cannot say. I can't, literally. But neither of my characters are dead, and they're both at large. So you'll have to tune in and find out.
And of course, we heard recently that Robin Lord Taylor, who we know is a Penguin on Gotham, would very much also like to be in The Flash, joining you on that. What do you think of that?
Nice. I did not know that, but I think Robin is so talented, and I would watch him like fold laundry. Yeah.
And what would you love to see going forward in season 2 of Gotham?
Well, I think I would love to just continue watching the unfolding of all of these brilliant characters just kind of, go deeper and deeper into this world. And the creators have done a really great job in introducing everything. Now it's time to just buckle your seatbelts and enjoy the ride.
Fantastic. Anthony, it's been lovely talking to you. Thanks so much for your time.
Too. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.